Just over a month after the first ballistic missiles slammed into Kyiv's international airport, the Russian campaign has been disrupted and derailed by stubborn Ukrainian resistance, and in the last few days by agile Ukrainian counterattacks on several fronts. Russian forces retain considerable, but not overwhelming numerical superiority. Their armored groups have struggled against Western-supplied anti-tank weapons and Turkish-made drones. Ukrainian air defenses have punched above their weight and are now being reinforced by thousands of US-made Stinger missiles. Poor logistical support, questionable tactics, and growing evidence of poor morale among Russian battalion tactical groups have allowed the Ukrainian military to hold off Russian advances in several regions and begin to take the fight to the enemy. CNN analysis of satellite imagery, social media content, and official statements from both sides suggests the conflict may now be moving into a new phase, a war of attrition in which the Russians may lose more ground than they gain and suffer even greater resupply issues as the Ukrainians cut into their extended lines. There are indications that the Russian military is trying to compensate for this by greater use of missile forces and indirect fire from artillery and multiple launch rocket systems. To the north and west of Kyiv, for example, the Russians appear to be digging in rather than seeking to advance, shelling areas like Irpin and Makariv, where Ukrainian troops have established a tenuous hold. In the last 2 weeks, there's been an uptick in Russian missile strikes, from Lviv in the west to Zhytomyr in central Ukraine and Mykolaiv in the south, with prime targets being fuel dumps, military depots and airfields. The Ukrainians have been mostly circumspect about going on the offensive, but on Friday National Security Advisor Alexei Danilov said, "We are going on the counterattack in some areas, and this counterattack is absolutely productive." These fightbacks are limited and focused, but include fronts in the south, central Ukraine, and the northeast. The Institute for the Study of War, in its latest assessment, describes them as prudent and effective, allowing Ukrainian forces to regain small areas of tactically or operationally significant terrain without overextending themselves.